Hi, everybody. So actually what I'm going to do is give you a little insight into something very, very granular. We're going to look at some pages, some website pages on an instant valuation flow, because a lot of the concepts you get spoken about at these conferences are big topics, right? AI or the future or big market topics. And this is really, really detailed and granular. So I'm going to talk to you about what is quite a well-known process in a estate agency, the process of instant valuations. I'm going to talk about why they work and how you make them work more effectively, and then what you do with leads downstream. So some of this is practical tips, and also some of this is a gift, because everything I'm going to show you is available completely free of charge and is built for you, because we think this is commoditizing, and I'll explain why in a moment. So first of all, why does an instant valuation tool work? It's basically like chocolate and cheese at a dinner party. Some people want cheese, a hard valuation. They're ready to transact. Some people just want the instant gratification of what's my house worth. They're less likely to be immediately ready to transact. And if you add these products onto your website with a button or a banner or a flash, what have you, they increase the number of total leads you get on your website by about 4%. We have 500 websites that we power, and about a third of them have these products on them. And on a per traffic basis, you get 4% more inquiries. So that's why you should do it. But the detail of how you do it is really, really important. So this is, and what we did is we basically took apart the ValPal tool, the Zoopla valuation tool, the Right Val, True Val, Smart Val, everything else Val. We got them all on the wall. We laid them all out, and we tried to work out what is it about these products that get the best features out of them. And this is what we came up with. It's only 3 web pages long. The first thing that's really important is you must only ask for one field of data, because that gets you the maximum number of people starting the journey, starting the process. And a lot of these concepts apply in general to your website. So I'm just going to explain some of the sort of product thinking that we do. The second thing is if you add staff profiles onto your any flow, actually, any form or any property detail page, you increase the conversion rate of that page. So just on a regular property detail pages, if you add staff profiles on them, you get 7% more inquiries out of that page, believe it or not. And it was Savills at first, I think, you started using that mechanism. The second thing is buttons should say what they say. Rather than saying submit, the number of website buttons that say submit is unbelievable. And actually what the button should say is continue or send inquiry. And these tiny little attention to detail points really matter. And you should make it so that when you type into an address box, you can just type a postcode or you can type part of an address. So you're making it, just in the microscopic details, you're making it lower friction and easier for people to use, such that once they've selected it, only then and when then the button goes purple. And then once you start going, you look at Graham here and you can sort of see his profile and you can close his profile. That was that point about humans and what have you. Once you've got someone started down a form journey, it's fine to then introduce 3 forms, 4 forms, 5 forms, because they've committed mentally. I've started, I might as well finish. That's the whole concept behind the firm Typeform, who ask questions in small slices, is you get a higher conversion rate across the whole funnel if you do so. So you might then sort of say some extra information, what have you. We put this step in, asking how much they've invested, because automated valuation models are by their very nature a bit inaccurate. You're basically mitigating the risk of giving a duff valuation from the moment you've got their email address and their phone number onwards. So they're great for generating more inquiries, but after that moment, you're just trying to get information into your hands and you're trying to vest the person, the user, in making the valuation with you so that they feel partly responsible for the number that's come out. So that's why we asked this question. It also gives you something to talk about on the phone. You then fill out your information and what have you, and then you put a clear label finish on the end of it. And then once you get going, everything else from this moment on is faked. It has the valuation in like 0.02 of a second, but we actually insert a little 20-second delay during which you can deliver some messages, which is all psychological programming. So we recommend getting a full valuation request from our human team. You'll see confidence rating based on the data we find, etc. And only then will it drop out valuation on a neatly designed page and start to talk about the confidence it's got and the bringing the staff back in to ask for basically the staff are then saying, look, book a hard valuation with us. So that's the flow, and it's just giving you hopefully a sense of some of the kind of like tiny little UI details of building product really, really nicely. Once you've done that, you might look at a lettings estimate. And again, the psychological programming here is as a user, you can select the yield, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to distance ourselves from giving a specific figure. We're trying to let people choose as to what might be a higher yield or a lower yield in order that the user is vested in creating the valuation with you and in order that you have more information to talk to them about when you speak to them. So that's just a bit of detail on the product design. The other big innovation in here is we have the AVM will know how confident it is. It will say, I've got loads and loads of housing stock. It's all uniform. It's all on one street. It's all terraced road. We've got loads of recent sales. That particular property sold only 2 years ago. It will have high confidence. And there are other situations where it'll have very limited confidence. And actually, I haven't got the screenshot I wanted, but we put videos in, which you can put in from your own staff to deliver a message. But it's all about carrying that journey on to say why we're confident or why we're less confident. All of that dumps into this lead management system. And those who were at the talk earlier would have seen us talking a little bit about this lead management system. But you can bring all your inquiries together. This is the reason we give that product away for free, by the way, is we hope people end up inside this system here and that they say, this is great and I want to use one of the paid for versions. But this system here will ask a whole bunch of questions automatically. It's an automation on the back to ask your customers, have they got a house to sell? And does very, very reliably what you hope your staff and team do as well as you do, which is asking every sort of question methodically, and or just saving you time in lettings. We have a concept called the letting shield, which stops people from having to ask the same question 25 times every day. And basically, once they filled out a profile, we can then start scoring the user. Now, I just wanted to show you, we have built one of these today, and people tend not to believe us when we say this, but we have built one of these for every single estate agent who is here in the room, and we've got the business cards downstairs on our desk. So if you're interested, everything I've just shown you, just come and pick up one of these business cards, scan your code, and it will show you your valuation tool. One idea that Mark had, one of our team, was actually you could just take off the branding and print these and use them in your office and do door drops and what have you as a cute little marketing tip. Oh, there you go. There's a gentleman brandishing one in the front row here. Look at that. And he's got, I think you can probably vouch for the fact that is your tool, isn't it? You've had a go. Okay, great. So the remaining sort of 2 minutes, let's say, I'm just going to chat to you about lead management and basically explain the concept that all leads can flow into this system, and we can help you score them, and we can help you work out which leads have valuation opportunities attached to them, and then you can divert those to different members of your team, and we can help find out and parse all that information, give you really easy ways to email your customers with templated emails, phone call, record the phone calls, and stuff all of that information directly into your CRM system. So it's sort of like it all joins up, basically. And the point I was making, for those who missed it, I'll skip on in the interest of time. The point I was making this morning is our latest innovation that we announced downstairs, so forgive me for those who saw the announcement earlier, is an awful lot of people who go and view inside of your patch actually are selling a house outside of your patch, sometimes are really quite a long way away. And what the software now does is it gives you, it identifies those here and says, this one here has come from on the market and is selling a house, but it's 80 miles away and there's nothing we can do about it to help them. And instead what we do at that point is we insert in here a little panel just saying, that's when they're available for their viewing. Here's all their question and answers to the surveys. But if you want to make some money for this, you can earn £1,050 because it gives you 20% of the referring agent's fee. And that's all connected up to the relocation area network just by hitting that blue button there. So it's dead simple to plug this in, and it's in the free version of lead management. So, obviously, it's, we hope you upgrade and use all the phone call functionality and what have you. But in the free version of the product, you can have an automatic process that gives you recommended agents to refer to who are already signed up to give you 20% of their fee without using any other login, any other system, just hitting that one blue button. There's also an automation that can run, so you don't even need to ask the customer the question. At the end of that process where they've told you they have a house to sell, you can just have the system ask them, look, I'm afraid that's outside of our area, that's 80 miles away, but we do know Quealy & Co in Birmingham, could we refer you to them? And if they say yes, you can have the system doing an automatic in the background referral, and you just get a check at the end of the month for the privilege. So that's it. Sorry, I'm a minute and a half over, but there we go. If you're interested in anything I've shown you today, please just send us an email at info@homeflow, or you can text me and then just let me know and we'll pick up with you. And if you want to find your instant valuation product, come and find us on the stand and we'll give you your QR code. Thanks for your time.